You ready to watch some body cam on a racist neighbor that pushes it too far? Lol, sure. This ought to be fun. Oh no, we just watched that one. I want to watch this one. No, go back. Did it hit the right one? No, we already watched this one. What's this one? OP Live? What is OP? Other than overpowered.
You pay rent, you don't own shit. I own all this.
On Patrol Live. Hey, this is my new live PD. I got you. Yeah, this is something I've been getting into on our stream. Is not every night. Like, we're still playing games. I'm playing Where Winds Meet right now. I'm really getting into that game, Where Winds Meet. But this is something that I've been getting into, is just watching dash cams and Karen freakouts and body camera footage with people. So it's been a lot of fun.
Property.
Or at least I'm finding enjoyment out of it.
What's going on?
On June 22nd, 2024, law enforcement officers responded to a residential neighborhood to address a dispute that began with verbal arguments but rapidly escalated into allegations of significant property damage and a physical arrest. The footage from this incident provides a stark example of how quickly a civil disagreement between neighbors can cross the threshold into criminal liability, carrying consequences that last far longer than the initial argument. The purpose of this analysis is not to recount the events you have already viewed, but to dissect the legal mechanics at play, examining how police officers determine who goes to jail when stories conflict, and why specific behavioral choices made during these encounters can dismantle a legal defense before a lawyer is even hired.
Hello. You having issues with your neighbor?
Yeah, but make it so bad, I'm a little pissed off. Because he went over there and started with them first, and the police came. Nobody came over here, knocked on his door.
Was that
Nobody
the one
asked
earlier?
anything. And 5 minutes later, he back here busting out windows. Now, mind you, we don't know, from me to them, we all don't know what his problem is. He just came out acting crazy. He threatened her. She called the police. They came. They talked to her for 5 seconds and pulled off. 10 minutes later, as we're standing there, they there he is right there, and we heard smash. He smashed 2 windows.
Okay. How did that one get smashed?
You gotta ask him. Something
Okay.
wrong with the dude right now. You don't know, like everybody be in the house.
So he's just smashing windows?
He was the house the first time, and ain't nobody do nothing. Gave me the opportunity to smash windows. Hey, what is that? I'm not serious. What's the problem?
I don't know this neighborhood, but if he had problems with people across the street, I wonder if, like, did they say where this was at the beginning of the video? Because I forgot. I wonder if it's an all-black neighborhood, and this is the white guy that lives there, like, that doesn't want to live there. Seems like a nice city, like small city neighborhood. Okay, when they came the first time, it was probably a one of those deals where it was like, okay, look, you're trespassing on these people's property. I need you to calm down. I need you to go back to your house. Blah. And they left. And then he's still mad. He's still worked up. He comes out and he starts busting the windows. First time was probably just a warning for him to
because he did nothing illegal when we were out here.
What was it that happened?
So he was yelling at them, went over to like the sidewalk and was just like spitting and just like throwing racial slurs at them. We're gonna, like, if he comes out, there was a car here, like a sedan.
Throwing the racial slurs isn't illegal, but it should be.
All right, 1 minute. I don't see. Can you take a look at their house? They're saying that they have busted windows. I didn't see it.
They said a car.
Oh, I thought it was house.
What car was he busting out? I didn't see it Thursday. Oh, this SUV? Whose car is that?
The people that's on this porch.
Okay. Oh, and that one.
Wow. He threw a brick through their windshield.
I know he's not opening the door.
550-945 black GM.
So when she's saying windows, she's not talking about house windows. She's talking about
So I just got home.
But do you want to talk? Do you want to talk inside so that you don't have to hear everything that's going on?
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
So
what's going on?
So I just got home. They put the guy on the left has a 9mm. He had rubber gloves on, had a silencer on it. You can see the bullet hole through there. I don't know what's going on. This also.
Okay, can you show me inside? Because if there's a bullet hole, then I need to see that.
I don't. Yeah, I'm pressing charges too. Read a book, you.
he's still calling them.
Look, why are you pulling guns out? Why are you violence?
Can you show me where this bullet hole is?
I don't think I want you in my house. I
Okay,
don't trust local
then-
police officers.
Then you can't say that your house got shot if I only have that. What's going on?
Hole in the window.
There's a hole in the window. There's not a bullet hole.
Let me double check before you.
I have to see the actual end hole.
You have no permission to enter my house.
Okay. All right. Well,
Whose zero emission car is it? That's yours? Okay. The GMC?
And that guy not letting them into the house, that tells me you're hiding something.
Okay. But then this, I think it's a Nissan? This Nissan's hers or? Okay.
Me and my husband wasn't even here.
Okay.
The woman right
So
there.
what
with
happened
the,
today?
With the sports bra.
what happened today?
I just got home in my house and my window busted out. I came outside to see what was going on, and they pulled a pistol on me in my driveway. This is private property. All of this, these cars. There was 3 cars there. They're not supposed to be on my property.
What broke your window?
So that's what it is.
Can I look or no?
I don't think there's a bullet hole. I don't
Okay,
know.
but what broke your window? Because if it came from outside, it would be inside your house.
I don't know.
So can I look?
You can enter the foyer, no other room.
Okay.
Sorry.
That the window?
I'm gonna put a restraining order on everyone in that household as well. I don't feel safe. So.
Doesn't look like it broke inside, does it?
Or anything like that, because no.
Okay, so assuming that rock is not normally inside?
No, it's not.
Okay, so they threw a rock through your window.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have cameras out here?
I do not.
So you don't know who threw the rock.
What's that?
See, the problem here is, okay, so somehow a rock got thrown through his window. Now, somebody could have picked it up and thrown it. It could have been thrown by a car. It could have been thrown by a lawnmower. It could have, a lot of things have rocks go through windows. I've seen people have a lawnmower shuck a rock through a glass door window and they have to get the whole glass door replaced. We don't know how the rock got inside, but he's assuming one of them threw it. So in retaliation, he went and busted not one car window, 2 car windows, one windshield and one side window of the car. Now, even no matter how that rock got in there, 2 wrongs don't make a right. So, no matter what, white dude in trouble. Right, Tech?
Right.
Right.
Is he up here?
I'm gonna be on
Okay.
push to talk, and I gotta be quiet.
Oh, okay. Be quiet. How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
runny nose,
Oh, you'll be
frog in my
alright.
throat.
Yeah, it's going around. I'm getting a little bit of chest congestion too. Yeah.
Part of the problem is that it's been in the 60s the last few days, but before that it was like cold.
Oh yeah.
You know, so like it messes you up.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? You know how to build up that immune system a little bit better, right? When it warms up, get your ass outside. Enjoy it.
I'm outside all the time, man.
Enjoy
That's
it.
what I do. I'm outside in the work and for my work in the sun, soaking up that vitamin D.
Get out there and play in the dirt. Go fishing. All sorts of stuff. You'll love yourself for it. All right.
He's seen you do it,
Okay.
which is weird because we have no problem with this man. I don't understand what the point of that was.
I need all these vehicles off my premises.
Then you asked. You don't go busting windows. What the hell wrong with
Why are you irate?
Another thing that dude has going against him is it looks like they park behind the houses to keep from parking on the street. You see how they're parking on the one street? But it looks like they have a shared driveway because apparently the people in the front of the house, they live in the front, and then there's another family that lives in the back of the house, and his house is probably the same way. So it's like a duplex where the back of the houses are rented out to somebody else, and they have a shared driveway with a parking lot in the back.
I don't think people should live that close together.
Is he up here?
Funny you say that because in Lower City there are these crossroads. They're building the houses, and they're so close together. I swear it looks like you could reach out the window and touch the other house. That's how close they're putting these houses together. I'm glad they're not doing that shit here, but
yeah, that's how you get drama and stuff, is being too close to your neighbors. Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
He's seen you do it,
Okay.
which is weird because we have no problem with this man. I don't understand what the point of that was.
I need all these vehicles off my premises.
Then you asked. You don't go busting windows. What the hell wrong with
Why are you irate? You seem like you need mental health assistance. You okay?
you?
You need mental health assistance.
Okay. Just ignore it. Just ignore him.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Black Lives Matter, man.
And now he's
You know what?
He's
I think I've
saying-
seen this video.
he's saying some stuff to make them mad. Stuff, he's throwing out black stereotypes about like benefits and Black Lives Matter and things like that to get them worked up and get them mad.
I've seen this video.
Have you? I've not.
Yeah. I mean, I won't spoil it. I don't remember everything anyway. But me and DeVito watched it together.
Oh yeah, it's not been out that long. 4 days ago. So
They must be like redoing it then because it's older than that. The video, if you look at the body cam date, it's from last year.
yeah, I see that. But sometimes they don't release these till like after the trial, and sometimes like it could take a year for that stuff to go through the court system before they release the body. So I didn't know if it was like recently released. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we didn't watch it that long ago, but it's probably been like maybe a couple months.
Okay, so it's still probably pretty fresh, right? Like,
Yeah. I just recognized it because I recognized it when I saw the guy or heard the guy talking. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this.
It looks like she's touching her boobie. Like, I got. Anyway, all right, here we go.
Yep. Black Panthers too, right, buddy?
I get you. It's rightfully so. Rightfully so. I just don't want anything to escalate from here. Is all I'm saying. Okay.
It's not.
I got you.
They was called over there first.
Yeah.
He started with them, just out the blue, went over there throwing racial slurs.
And she's saying he started with this like teal house right here with the white. I think it's like a greenish blue with white mix right here. I don't know how to explain it other than say it's teal. She's saying, but he started over there.
Has he been an issue before?
No. He come over here from time to time. He's selling the course with us. We just fed him a couple of days ago. That's why we have no understanding where the hell that came from.
They gave him food a couple of days ago, and now he's out here acting the fool, being a racist.
There's no problem.
These people are angry and irate. What am I supposed to do?
People are allowed to be angry and irate. They're on their own property. They're allowed to be. Give me 1 minute.
All you gotta do is ask. You don't bust windows out.
Nope, you failed. You guys big lose.
Our landlord had told him. He asked him if it was okay if our cars parked.
I never spoke to your landlord. Nope, never spoke to your landlord. Nope. I want a restraining order on all of these people immediately.
We don't do restraining orders.
Do you guys know what your property line is by chance?
See, that's another thing that people don't understand. You got to go to court to get a restraining order. The judge issues a restraining order, not police officers. You should watch the documentary movie called The Perfect Neighbor. It's Bodycam. I might do that, Sabretooth. I might do that. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing okay, man. I hope you're doing okay. And I hope you appreciate the new content we're throwing around. So we're having fun making it. I hope you're or watching it and critiquing it. Waiting for my wife coming home. Yeah, neat. All right.
I know, obviously, the driveway up to a certain point.
Yeah,
But
listen, to be honest with you, I would say from where the line ends, right here.
yeah, that would be my guess for it.
So, even though the car is on her property, he could have came and knocked on the door.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Like, really, sir?
Okay, so does he own to the back of the house where this car is, and the other side is a duplex? Because they were saying that it was a different family that lived in the back.
Brick is still there. There was no reason for him.
Where that
this car is not
GMC
even on
is.
his
Do
property.
you know what happened to his window? Because there's a rock inside.
Me and my husband wasn't even here. My kids.
That sucks when you share a driveway like that, though.
You're still confused? He came back, busted
what?
windows.
Yeah.
His behavior?
No, so we're just trying to get everything situated.
All
before we-
facts, huh?
Exactly. So we're just trying to get like everything before we do any action at this point.
Okay.
So like I'm trying to gather information from everyone. Like I got pictures of all the cars and stuff.
So this is more investigative period?
Right now, yes.
How did the bricks end up on?
Mental health officer. Thank you very much.
How did the
See, that one guy understood. He's like, this is investigative period. Then they take action. All right, I got to do your thing. Yeah, I understand.
windows end up getting broken?
I have no idea. That's what I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of being a Karen.
Yeah, there's a lot of windows broken.
A racist Karen.
And he's pretending like he don't know how the windows got broken out.
All right.
Eyewitnesses, they saw you come and throw the bricks through the windows.
You pay rent. You don't own shit. I own all this property. Oh, where's rubber gloves, boy? Losers? Fucking gang member losers. Look at my game. Look at my game. Now you're all crazy. I'm not even German, you read a book.
This guy is being a racist ass, and he's just instigating them.
Right. He doesn't even listen. All this is not necessary.
No, none of it's necessary.
Really rude.
This guy sounds dumb as fuck. He is. Look, you may say he sounds dumb, but let's say right now they don't have they've not figured out that he's, other than eyewitnesses, they have no concrete evidence that he's the one that threw the bricks, right? They have testimony from across the street. So maybe he's not as dumb as we think. Maybe if he racially instigates them into making a move or doing something stupid, and do you see what I'm saying? Either way, it's not good. It's not good. Oh, Tech, we were talking about the rebrand and fixing the stream. You saw down below, I fixed the horizontal text, right?
Yeah, you showed me that.
And it shows on, it works on Kick and
Earlier,
Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, you showed me that earlier when you were streaming this afternoon. Yeah.
Says Black
It's
Lives
cool.
Matter. Go riot real quick. Go riot about it. Go right. Go be a loser in history again.
He's a racist?
That's not right. That's a fact. It's a domestic terrorist organization. Why are you guys flying this shit around?
You kidnapped girls. Fact. That's a fact.
You're a bitch now.
Okay.
Time, man.
The dude in the black tank top is falling into his trap because now he's racing. He's yelling racial stuff across back at him too.
Don't be angry, man.
He don't want to be recorded.
He's a public servant. It's his job.
You're passive recorded.
Yes. You're a public servant.
I'm recording everything, dude.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's on his own property.
Okay. I'm history, boy.
He's ignorant though, so
Yeah. Oh yeah. This guy says I'm ignorant now.
can't fix ignorance.
Madness. Oh, real powerful. Cool, fat boy. Nice gag. Get that tattoo you got there. Let me get a cigarette, you cancer.
Cancer. See that, baby?
You look like a big old piece of shit right now.
You are. Smart fat kid, dude.
Alright, man, go make your point. Go stick up for your gang members.
Black Ops 2 lobby in real life, Expo chat, yeah.
Obviously not. There's some really good people who.
That's exactly what's going on.
Look, here's a nice black man doing his job.
He wear blue.
I thought you felt that way about us until you started busting windows. We never had.
I never busted a window. Why is my window busted out and cars on my property that? No, I never busted a window. I just got home. No, you're a loser. The cops know it. All they have to do is look at you and go, oh, there's a bunch of losers. No, because you're low lights. Where's your rubber plastic gloves and your 9mm?
This guy.
The man that makes $1,200 a week wins CDLs. Take your kids' face business. Ain't that great?
And why are the cops not de-escalating this? Isn't this like a public disturbance? Like, even if they are on their own respective properties, right?
Right.
Is this not like disturbing the peace or something? Yelling back and forth where the whole neighborhood can hear you? Disturbing the peace? Hey, Stando Nichols. You're already VIP. Like, he's sporting the diamond. By the way, don't forget, y'all can get your Kick OG badges if you follow on Kick. I've got some more OG badges to put out there.
Yeah, he got quiet. I'll let you get on.
Gentlemen, these vehicles need to be off my property, sir. The vehicles need to be removed off my property immediately.
OG.
We've been doing this all day. You started
Over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and that's why I'm so pissed because they called the police first
I understand. So just
and nobody did anything.
listen to me. So when we came over here, we did come at the time, and he didn't enter the property. He's allowed to say what he wants. We don't have proof.
I gotta remember how to do it.
So that's why we didn't come over here and knock on the door.
And then like 10 minutes later, he busting out windows.
I'm sorry he did all that.
And we ain't had shit to do with it.
But even if we came over here and talked to him, he could have been like, we didn't say, I didn't go over there.
It could have. I feel like maybe it could have prevented the window busting. Is what I'm thinking. You know,
That's $300, $400 for the truck.
because then he got to pay for it.
I understand.
Maybe if he got a talking to or something, I don't care.
Because I want for
Just acknowledge the fact that his behavior is not okay. I felt like this could have went different.
I know.
And he have no reason to do that. Like I said, you come to this person with us quite often. If you wanted the shit moved out your driveway, then knock on the door and say that. You don't bust out windows.
You busted out the window ain't even
And then you bust out a window that wasn't even on the property.
you know, go to his family and these mother.
So what we supposed to do? So we gotta figure out where to put our cars in case he decide to bust out some more windows.
I love good black people, not low life.
Don't even entertain him. He's just trying to piss y'all off. He need mental health people need that attention. They need that attention. Don't even give him the satisfaction.
Are you following on Kit?
I'm just trying to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah, he just wanted a reaction.
You don't even got a f***ing job. How you gonna say who got a career? You ain't got no job.
Like, he came over here several times and said, yeah, we done sat on he done fatty, we did everything, you know what I'm saying, thinking we were cool. Like, I have no understanding why you couldn't knock on the door if you had a problem. And then, how was that justifying you knocking out a window that ain't even on your property?
Yeah, and we wasn't even here.
They weren't even
We
here.
wasn't even here. My husband's car was parked up back there for days. You know what I'm saying?
That's not even on his property.
Right, so therefore I press charges. I want to press charges. Yeah.
So why was up here? And they seen him do it too.
Since neither neighbor had exterior cameras on their property, they spoke with multiple uninvolved neighbors to gather witness statements about the incident.
Hello.
No.
Hate that it already come back for
No.
this.
I just wonder why it won't in the ad.
Went on over there.
I'll figure it out. I'll get it figured out.
What'd you see over?
They just walk over to knock on the door because the two lady came to ask me, what was that? Because they were in the house. And I was like, I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm sitting right there. My nephews and nieces here, and all of a sudden throw out the racial slur and then cause, Chinese go back to China. Mind you, we're not Chinese, we're Vietnamese. And I was like, you know what? And then he called me all this, and of course I got the F1 back at him. And so when you guys came and everything, you guys left, the two lady came over because when he turned around, he told a 16-year-old in that house too to shut up, you two, the B words. And so they came out and he was already inside the house. So when the ladies come and talk to me and told them the whole thing, and she was like, yeah, because I heard him was cussing. And she was like, I'm not even talking about us. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, you already have it. You just got to turn it on.
Too. And so she came over, she knocked on the door. She said, hey,
right.
That's not good. And
Says you're a founder.
That, but he didn't come out. And so they went around the house, their house, and they came back there and said, oh no, he smashed the windows of my sister and my brother's car. I'm like, why did he do that? I said, I don't know. And so she called her brother to come, and her brother came and knocked on the door, and he didn't come out or anything. And I don't know who called you guys after this, either him or them. I'm not sure. And then now all the slow.
Did you see him break windows or anything?
Oh no, we saw him come out from the back when we hear like two big thuds, and when they went to check us broken.
So you saw him come out and then you heard the big?
Yeah, I saw him come out, and then while I was talking to the ladies here, and then that's when
I think it's because
he came out, and then he ran back and said the word.
Okay, so you saw him come out of the house, heard the two loud,
back door.
and then you saw him go back inside. Okay.
I think it's because I changed the channel name today. Let me try it again after it's been up for a day or two, and then I'll try it again. But I think it's because I changed the name of my channel today, so it's like my channel's up for the very first day. All right, go get the pizza.
Okay. Hey, he's gonna be at 13. If you want to make your way over there. Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't think I'm following on the new channel yet.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, turn
Right.
around. Your back.
Whoa, 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 what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hold on, what's going on?
It's the same channel. I just changed the name.
Don't, hey, you're in my house. You didn't have a warrant. Why are you in my house? Stop. Why are you in my house? Put him against the wall. No, don't hurt me, man. What are you guys doing? Why are you arrested? Stop. Why are you? You are under arrest. Stop fighting. You're under arrest. I'm not doing anything. You're gonna get tased. I didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, because I have the mod hammer and the OG badge.
No, I didn't do
Okay.
anything. I didn't do anything. Why are you guys doing this? No, what are you doing?
Give me your right arm.
It still says you're Stando mania when you chat though.
What are you
Like in
doing?
your pin chat.
Oh, you want to give me your
Yeah,
What are you trying to get this one? What are you guys doing? You're in my house. You don't have a warrant. Get off.
Oh, I need to unpin any chat.
This isn't illegal. What are you doing? I didn't do this.
There you go.
I didn't do anything. Why are you guys doing this? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you did. Busted some windows out.
Tased. I didn't do anything.
Here's another.
31, he starts another one.
I already got it.
Did you unpin it?
Give me your left arm right now.
Yeah,
Why are you guys
Give me your other arm.
I guess it has that ability.
I was trying to do stream highlights earlier to Streamlabs, and where you highlight the
I
chat,
can't move.
and it wouldn't let me.
Is this protective custody? What's going on?
You're under arrest.
Oh, hey, easy on the handcuffs, man.
Well, if you
listen, easy, easy, fellas.
all right inside.
Leave my phone here on my property.
Stand up.
Protective custody, huh?
Neighbor disputes represent a unique and often perilous category of police work. Unlike a robbery or a traffic stop where the parties involved are often strangers with no prior relationship, neighbor conflicts are defined by proximity and history. When officers arrive at a scene like this, they are almost never walking into the beginning of a problem. They are walking into the middle of a saga that has likely been festering for months or even years. From a legal standpoint, this history matters because it establishes a baseline for intent. Officers are trained to look past the immediate shouting to determine the primary aggressor. They are operating under a framework that seeks to distinguish between mutual combatants, where both parties are equally at fault, and a scenario where one individual has escalated the conflict beyond legal bounds. One of the first things officers assess in these volatile situations is credibility. In the absence of 4K video covering every angle of an incident, the police must rely on the consistency and plausibility of the statements provided to them. We see a profound tactical error committed by the suspect early in the interaction, one that defense attorneys often struggle to overcome in court. This is the strategy of escalation through deflection. When faced with an accusation of property damage, a rational, innocent actor typically focuses on denying the specific act or providing an alibi. However, in this instance, the suspect chooses to counter-accuse the neighbors of outlandish and easily verifiable crimes, alleging the presence of silencers, gang affiliations, and bullet holes. From an investigatory perspective, this creates a credibility trap. When a suspect claims there is a bullet hole in their window, and an officer examines that window only to find it intact or clearly damaged by something else, the suspect's reliability evaporates. In legal terms, this touches on the concept of falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus, false in one thing, false in everything. While this is a jury instruction in some jurisdictions, it is a practical heuristic for police officers on the street. If a suspect lies about a silencer or a gunshot to try and get the police to target the other party, the officer is legally justified in viewing their denial of the broken car window with extreme skepticism.
He said the guy
the suspect effectively hands
was standing on the corner with a gun with a silencer, and then he had a bullet hole in his window. But when they looked, it was clearly a rock hole. And like I said, that rock could have got there. They could have thrown it. It could have flung off a car in through his window. Could have flung off of a lawnmower or a weed eater through his window. It could have been some neighborhood kids that were playing stickball out in the street. There's several other things, like several ways that rock could have got through his window. I'm not denying that the rock went through his window, but he said they shot it out and he saw him with a gun with a silencer and that they shot it out. That's just not true. And since he said something so outlandishly untrue, they don't have to trust a single word this guy says because he's an unreliable witness even to his own cause. You know what I'm saying? So
the officers the justification to disbelieve everything else he says. This brings us to the crucial role of verbal escalation and racial language. It is a common misconception that speech is always protected, or conversely, that hate speech is always a standalone crime. The reality sits in a nuanced middle ground that is dangerous for a defense.
And he was escalating. He was yelling at them first. That was clear. That was clear the first time the cops, because this is the second time the cops came out. But that was clear the first time the cops came out. And then it's on Bodycam. He started the racial yelling. He turned it racial first. They didn't say that white man. They just said that man next door. He's the one coming out and calling all the lunacy names at them and stuff.
The use of racial slurs on one's own property, while socially abhorrent, is often protected by the First Amendment unless it crosses into fighting words or direct threats of violence. However, in a criminal mischief investigation, this language becomes evidence of mens rea, or the guilty mind. To prove criminal mischief or vandalism, the state usually must prove that the damage was done knowingly or maliciously rather than accidentally. If a neighbor claims, "I tripped and fell into the car window," that is a civil tort, not a crime. But when that same neighbor has been documented screaming racial epithets and demonstrating targeted rage toward the vehicle owner, the accident defense becomes laughable. The racial language serves as the bridge between the act, the broken window, and the intent, malice. Prosecutors love this kind of evidence because it removes ambiguity. It transforms a property dispute into a hate-motivated act, which in many jurisdictions can serve as a sentencing enhancement or a hate crime elevator, turning misdemeanors into felonies depending on the state statutes. We must also address the no video myth that pervades modern society. There is a widespread belief among civilians that if a crime was not captured on CCTV or a Ring doorbell, the police can't do anything. This is legally false. Testimony is evidence. In the eyes of the court, the sworn statement of a witness who says, "I saw him do it," is direct evidence.
And there you go. You have that whole household that saw him do it. You have the people across the street that saw him do it. So that's a lot of people to one. He is the only person on his side of the story against 20. So
Equivalent in weight to video footage, provided the jury
circumstantial
believes the witness.
evidence.
In this case,
he
the officers
loses.
do not rely solely on the victim's word. They engage in a critical step of the investigation, seeking corroboration. By interviewing the uninvolved neighbor, someone who has no stake in the feud, they establish independent probable cause. When a neutral third party confirms the timeline, seeing the suspect exit, hearing the smash, and seeing the suspect retreat, that testimony locks the case down. This is the concept of the totality of the circumstances. The police do not need one perfect piece of evidence. They build a wall of facts where each brick supports the others. The broken glass, the victim's immediate report, the suspect's aggressive demeanor, and the independent witness all converge to meet the standard of probable cause. At what point does venting stop being a coping mechanism and start being a confession? It is worth considering how silence might have changed this trajectory. If the suspect had remained inside, refused to answer the door, or simply stated, "I didn't do it," and ended the conversation, the officers would have had a much harder time developing the immediate confidence required for an arrest. They might have still forwarded the case to a detective, but the immediate deprivation of liberty often hinges on the suspect's own behavior confirming the officer's suspicions. The transition from investigation to arrest highlights complex Fourth Amendment issues regarding the sanctity of the home. The Supreme Court case Payton v. New York established that generally, police strictly require a warrant to enter a home to make a felony arrest, absent exigent circumstances.
Generally, that's true, but remember, he invited them in as long as they went no. I mean, they kept asking, but he agreed to let them in. They were willing to stay outside until he said, "You can come into the foyer, but you can't go beyond the foyer."
However, the doorway of a home is a legal area that has been litigated heavily, most notably in United States v. Santana, when a suspect stands in an open doorway, exposing themselves to public view and public scrutiny. Many courts have held that they have surrendered the reasonable expectation of privacy that Payton protects. Furthermore, the doctrine of hot pursuit or immediate exigency can apply if the officers believe the suspect is attempting to flee or retreat to destroy evidence or arm themselves, though this is a high bar for a property crime. In this scenario, the officers likely rely on the public place exception combined with the suspect's active resistance. Once the decision to arrest is made and communicated, a suspect cannot defeat that arrest simply by retreating further into the private residence. If they could, every arrest warrant could be thwarted by taking one step backward. The officer's entry into the threshold to secure the suspect is a calculation that the immediate need to effect the arrest outweighs the intrusion, particularly given the suspect's volatile behavior and the distinct possibility of the conflict reigniting if they leave. Let's look deeper at the property damage itself. In criminal law, the value of the damage often dictates the severity of the charge. Criminal mischief can range from a summary offense to a felony. When a suspect smashes multiple car windows, they are not just committing vandalism. They are accruing a dollar amount in damages that can rapidly cross the threshold into felony territory.
Oh.
Prosecutors will aggregate these amounts. 2 windshields might cost $1,000 to replace, which in many states is the line between a ticket and a prison sentence. The officers on the scene are acutely aware of this math. They aren't just writing a report for insurance. They are documenting a felony-level financial injury to the victims. The behavior of the suspect during the arrest adds another layer of criminal liability: resisting arrest or obstruction. It is vital to understand that the legality of an arrest and the charge of resisting arrest are often independent. Even if a court later determines the initial arrest was unlawful, which is rare if probable cause existed, many jurisdictions still criminalize physical resistance. You cannot fight the legality of an arrest on the front porch. That battle is fought in the
courtroom.
By physically tensing, pulling away, or
retreating,
the suspect hands the officers a cover charge.
Basically, failure to comply and put on the handcuffs willingly is resisting. Anything else is resisting.
Right.
Even if the vandalism charge were to theoretically fall apart due to lack of evidence, the resisting charge is captured in high definition on Bodycam and creates a standalone criminal record. From a defense attorney's perspective, this video...
Hear that? So even if the initial arrest gets thrown out, if they resisted, that charge stands alone and still gets added to their criminal record. So even if he was falsely arrested, if he resisted the arrest, that's a standalone charge.
Represents a nightmare scenario. A defense lawyer's job is to create reasonable doubt. That becomes nearly impossible when the client has spent 10 minutes on camera making demonstrably false claims about silencers and domestic terrorism while displaying unhinged aggression. A prosecutor will play this footage for a jury and ask a simple question. Is this the behavior of an innocent man confused by an accusation, or the behavior of a guilty man trying to bully his way out of consequences? The suspect's demeanor essentially acts as a character witness against himself. We must also consider the role of officer discretion. Police have immense leeway in how they handle neighbor disputes. In many he said, she said scenarios involving minor property damage, officers will simply write a report and advise the parties to seek a civil magistrate warrant. This is the mediation mode. The shift to enforcement mode, where handcuffs come out, is usually triggered by the continuing threat.
Yeah,
Officers
so
are legally
the video I
charged
watched
with
didn't
keeping the peace.
go into all this stuff.
If they believe that leaving the scene will result in immediate further violence or damage because the suspect is out of control, they are duty-bound to act. The arrest here acts as a mechanism of incapacitation. They are removing the catalyst of the disorder to prevent the dispute from escalating into an assault or a shooting later that night.
It's a good breakdown of the body cam footage, though, with explanation on,
right, yeah,
how the charge is processed after the arrest.
Be overstated. In legal analysis, we look for corroboration. The victims have a bias, the suspect has a bias. The neighbor across the street, who just wants to watch TV in peace, has no motive to lie. When that neighbor aligns with the victims, the legal standard of probable cause, which requires only a fair probability that the suspect committed the crime, is easily surpassed. Defense counsel can try to impeach the victims, but impeaching the neutral neighbor is a much steeper hill to climb. Furthermore, the specific accusation of gang stalking or organized harassment used by the suspect is a recognized pattern in forensic psychology and legal assessments. While officers are not psychologists, they recognize that individuals making these specific types of paranoid claims are often unpredictable. This assessment feeds into the officer safety doctrine, justifying a more assertive physical control of the suspect during the arrest. Legally, the officer's perception of danger, fueled by the suspect's talk of weaponry and conspiracies, validates the speed and force used to secure the handcuffs. The turning point in this entire interaction was not when the windows were broken, but when the suspect opened his mouth to the police. Had he exercised his Fifth Amendment right to silence, or politely provided an identification and declined to answer questions, the officers would have been left with a much colder case. They would have had the witness statements, yes, but they would lack the video evidence of the suspect's volatility and his lies about the bullet holes. By engaging, he provided the context that made the witness statements make sense. He confirmed he was the type of person who would smash a window in a rage. As we analyze the conclusion of this event, it is clear that the arrest became inevitable the moment the officers confirmed the physical damage and linked it to the suspect's motive through his own behavior. The practical lesson here is about the distinct separation between civil grievances and criminal acts. You can hate your neighbor. You can argue with your neighbor. You can even hold detestable views about your neighbor. But the moment you cross the physical boundary of their property, whether with your body or a brick, you surrender your status as a homeowner and become a defendant. Ultimately, the legal system views property damage as a breach of the social contract that requires state intervention. The officers here didn't arrest the man because he was angry. They arrested him because his anger manifested in a way that had a price tag. The transition from a homeowner standing on his porch to a suspect in the back of a squad car serves as a vivid reminder that in the eyes of the law, credibility is a currency, and once you spend it all on obvious lies and aggression, you have nothing left to buy your freedom when the handcuffs come out.
Good breakdown. Good breakdown. Okay, we got another one from Real Body Clams. She claimed to be Navy before spitting on a deputy. On May 17th, 2025, deputies in Florida responded to a boardwalk after a woman reported her son missing. So that's what we're jumping into now. Here we go.